We'll bring you in about 30 seconds or so.
Awesome.
Great to have you with us. Thanks for joining us on Arc Salt Lake. I'm Brian Schnee. Monday edition of the program. Tonight we're taking a look at the Yellow Lake fire, which continues to put up some good smoke there for those of you that can see it from the Wasatch back. Also, final preps made for the first game of the regular season for the Utah Hockey Club. We'll get to that in about 10 minutes or so. But first, we've got to get to the situation that continues to really unfold and has had some rapid changes over the last couple of days. In the Wasatch County area. The Yellow Lake fire, which sparked a little while ago now, has garnered quite the response from firefighters really from all over the region here as we work our way towards the tail end of the traditional fire season. Our guest tonight, joining us live right now, Nikki Champion, who is with the Type 3 Northern Utah team that's working this fire right now. Nikki, thank you for joining us. Just first and foremost, what sort of activity did you see on the fire today?
Yeah, so today the fire is at about 10% containment. Currently, the acreage is around 19,000 acres. That's going to be confirmed overnight with some infrared. Crews continue to work on fire operations on all sides of the fire. On the west side, they're conducting some fire perimeter. On the eastern side, the fire remains high on the ridge, so they're doing structure protection in the North Fork and the West Fork. And on the southern edge, the fire remains active, so they're working on getting into areas like Heart Lake and things that have spotted over the ridge. Today, we also were able to use air crew to support retardant drops and water drops.
So, Nikki, it's the tail end of kind of that traditional fire season here where resources are thin. A lot of those hotshot crews have either ended for the season. So are you able to get the resources you need to work this fire as effective as possible?
Yeah, so we've had crews on the ground since day one, and we've been effectively bringing in crews as the situation needs. So currently we've got 533 personnel on scene, and we're switching from a Type 3 fire to a Type 2 crew, where we're bringing in a larger incident crew starting on Wednesday as well. So we're able to stay ahead of it and use the proper resources.
So investigators determined really pretty early on, rather quickly, this was a human-caused wildfire. Can you elaborate more on perhaps what caused this fire? Are you able to shed some light on that?
With how busy the fire's been and the fire activity, they haven't been able to thoroughly investigate it, but that investigation's still ongoing. That'll be a goal once fire activity decreases, and property and evacuations will be the number one focus.
So I always follow the proper information channels when you put out your sort of morning and evening updates on a lot of what's going on here, particularly with the Yellow Lake fire. Very thorough, I might add. When you've made some of the comments here to people asking questions, I read one of the comments that said something that you're trying to prevent the spread of misinformation out there. Are you able to share kind of what you're seeing, maybe some of the rumors, and anything you'd like to clarify for folks?
Yeah, we know that there's just a lot going on. This is a large fire and things have changed a lot over the last week. People are hearing a lot, groups are being evacuated, users are being evacuated, people might be in the backcountry when they're being evacuated. So they might hear something that could be untrue. They might feel a sense of urgency or feel something that they want to do, like evacuate their own property and spread that along as truth. We just want to make sure that people can get the proper information. Those who need to be evacuated get that appropriately, and those who don't aren't having a sense of fear or leaving their homes if not necessary. So that's a big one. We always have a phone line that people can call if they have any direct questions. It goes straight to one of the public information officers. They can talk to us directly.
So I know you alluded to it a little bit, and it's obviously been shared in a lot of the updates here, whether it's the wind or the difficult terrain. Can you share what's really challenging about this specific firefight for crews that are working this primarily on the ground?
I think you mentioned it earlier. This is a late season fire with untraditional weather patterns for October. We had really high temperatures, record high temperatures last week. We've had a red flag warning for many of the days of the fire, low relative humidity, all of those factors, and then the challenging and complex terrain create a hard fire to fight, leading to like some complex fire activity. That's going to lead to a long duration fire, no matter where it was and no matter what time of the year it was.
I think there's a reason to feel genuinely and genuinely concerned if you live in the path of one of these things. And people who live in these areas closest to that fire right now, what should they be looking for in terms of fire activity to see if they maybe need to go? I know you have some evacuations that have been in place already, and then you have some folks that are in that ready status, so be packed up and ready to go. But what would be sort of a shift of things for making sure people are safe and they've got that time to get out?
Yeah, so if you're in one of the ready status areas, making sure that you've got a bag packed and that you are truly ready to go kind of at a moment's notice. Signing up for the emergency correspondence with your local county as well is a great step so that you're actually notified before the first responders need to show up at your doorstep. Following along with the fire and following along to our formal releases as well. So checking the Facebook, checking the Twitter, checking InstaWeb, all of those are resources that people can use. And then if you are in this area, you can always focus on things like defensible space. So if you're in a zone, making sure that you don't have trees touching your property, you don't have a lot on your roofs, you don't have dead and down around your home, so that you make that job easier for firefighters if you do have to evacuate.
I've heard, obviously, you mentioned there's no structures that have been damaged in this. I was reading a different report from the folks in Boise that put out the daily situation report, and there was a number on there, but can you just confirm if any structures have been damaged so far?
At this point, there are no known structures that were impacted or damaged.
I also haven't seen, for an incident of this magnitude, typically the communities want those answers. They want them in that public forum where they can get those questions answered. But I haven't seen any community meetings scheduled. Is that something you're planning to do for folks that can go kind of gather at that community spot and come together to get those questions answered?
Yeah, we're planning on having one tentatively at 6 p.m. Wednesday evening. That will be at the Duchesne Community Event Center. Again, tentatively, we'll put out information hopefully tomorrow morning, as soon as we've got that, again, through all those Facebook platforms. So we know that that's what the people want, and we're hoping to give that to them very soon.
Nikki, final thing I have for you. Does a fire of this magnitude in this terrain with the dead and down trees, really dangerous sort of situation for everybody, does a fire like this require that season-ending event to truly get the upper hand?
That's a ever-moving question. This is a really large fire, and it is going to be a very long duration fire. Wetting rain or any type of precipitation would really help the suppression, and the goal is still full suppression, but we're going to keep the team safe. That's going to be the number one priority, and then, yeah, maybe hope for some snowfall. It could likely burn until ski season starts.
And that's something, of course, you're very familiar with your other work that you do for the avalanche forecasting side. And we've talked on numerous occasions over the years about that sort of thing. So in the weather realm, is there anything that stands out to you what has either made this really difficult or perhaps even really unusual in the month of October? I mean, we did have 90-degree record temperatures, which was quite odd in certain areas. Anything stand out to you?
Yeah, like I said earlier, we've had just overall unconditional weather patterns for this time of year. It's been increasingly dry. We've had an overall dry summer. We haven't had much precip like the entire season. Normally by early October, Utah sees, if not its first, but kind of repeatable or stackable snow. So we haven't seen that in October. We have these record high temperatures that's leading to challenging conditions. We've had challenging conditions across the West, which just leads to a long season for everyone. So the hot temperatures, the dry temperatures, and just looking at the outlook, when you look at the long-term forecast, we're not seeing much precipitation in the outlook as well.
Any other messaging you'd like to get out to folks that may be watching this one on the doorstep and have been relatively concerned with how this fire looks over the last couple of days?
Yeah, the weather over the last 2 days has been favorable. So we've been able to move that containment up from 7% to 10%. Hopefully that'll continue to grow. And if you want the most up-to-date information, check our platforms, utahfireinfo.com, and you went to Wasatch Cache National Forest. And then again, just give our public information officers a call directly if you have a question about evacuation. That number is 801-784-0542.
Nikki, thanks for joining us live tonight. Really appreciate it.
Have a good one.
Stay with 2 News for the latest on the Yellow Lake fire. Of course, we're sharing those updates as we receive them, and you can download the 2 News mobile app to receive those alerts right on your phone. You can see a lot of our prior coverage and reporting on this fire specifically by heading to our website, KUTV.com. All right, don't go anywhere. The momentous occasion is on the doorstep. The Utah Hockey Club getting ready for their first official regular season game tomorrow night. We'll hear from owners Ryan and Ashley Smith about the final preps and the season ahead. It's on the other side. Welcome back. Today, co-owners or co-stewards of the Utah Hockey Club, Ryan and Ashley Smith, addressing the media and taking some questions. They did so for about 35 or 40 minutes today. They talked about the Delta Center renovation, the community aspect of all of this. And here's some conversation about Utah and why it makes sense to have the NHL here.
People like to recreate here. They like to get out. They like to do stuff. And I think that's what you're seeing. And I think you see that in other places with hockey. You'll see probably non-traditional markets rise above and create moments and experiences where the rest of the world wants to go. And I think that's what you're going to see in Utah. It's going to be very, very loud and very hard to play here. It's going to be a place where people come out. It's also going to be a place where players get extremely locked in, and they're going to have their best years of playing hockey in Utah.
I think this is also a place where people show up to do good, and this is just another avenue to go do good and bring people together and help each other, and Utah is really good at that. So I'm just excited for a new group of fans and players and organization as a whole to be able to experience that part of Utah. It was really cool to be a part of All-Star and have the NBA come in and be impressed with our state and how we showed up in the opportunities for service and in different ways to extend kindness to each other. And the NBA enjoyed that. And I'm excited for the NHL and its fans to all get experience that as well.
Yeah, read Sergachev's comments about his neighbors. That's the Utah I know, right? Where it's like, are people really this nice? No, I don't need help on doing unpacking my boxes, but thanks for the cookies, right? Like, we choose to live here because of the people. And, you know, we don't have the exclusive on nice people, but it's different here.
We're pretty exclusively nice, I'd like to think. Something that resonated with me today at that press conference is hearing Ryan and Ashley relatively transparent about their balance as a family. They got 5 kids, and also being a big part of uniting Utahns and hockey fans now, along with the Utah Jazz. I posted that clip on my X and Facebook accounts. I had the opportunity to be at the Delta Center for the first preseason game. It was electric. Here's how Ryan and Ashley Smith took it in.
First preseason game, we went up and we walked around the main concourse, and I was blown away by the amount of people saying thank you, the gratitude. I mean, we literally everywhere we were turning were amazing fans who were so grateful and expressing it. So back again to our cool community that we are gratitude focused, I would say, and the youth that were excited, and the energy was incredible. So first of all, I can't wait to see what happens tomorrow night. But I was very excited in that moment to be a part of this new exciting thing in Utah, because it just felt like, again, another way for the good parts of the people in our community to really shine. And that first night was a good moment and a good experience of the cool people in the state.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a little bit of an evolution. Like, I remember like Kels and Schmalzi like turning around like during the anthem, like kind of looking around for a preseason game. And you know, our arena is not fully where it's going to be in multiple years from now. But we're going to go build something together with the community. And I'm sure we're not going to be perfect, and it's going to take a while to be exactly where it's going to be ultimately. But kind of the trajectory of this team and where we're at, it's almost like we're catching each other at the perfect moment. And life timing's everything, and things are lining up to be pretty cool.
The stage is set literally on 3rd West for the pregame concert tomorrow. There it is. We were out there earlier for 2 News at 5 and 2 News at 6, and they were getting everything ready for the Shabuzi concert at 5:30, and everything else that'll be going on as well. But that road, by the way, is closed, so just be mindful if you're heading downtown. It made for a little pain in the rear end trying to get around the Delta Center. There's also Jazz Rockets. I think it's on K-Jazz right now. So stay with 2 News as we count down to the puck drop, the first regular season game tomorrow night. We've got the live countdown there for you against one of the original 6. A lot of history here on the line in the Chicago Blackhawks. Live coverage throughout the day tomorrow, beginning bright and early. And of course, for the latest information, we've done a lot of stories on this. Just go to KUTV.com to learn more. Sean Kelly and I will be out there tomorrow. We look forward to seeing you. Come on by, say hello, some knucks, whatever you want to do. This is how I will spend most of my week after tomorrow in St. George, covering the very first Black Desert Championship, first time in 60 years. The PGA Tour graces the great state of Utah with the highest level of golf. Very cool.
I mean, it's exciting here. No rain in the forecast for the event as well, but it will be hot, right? But hey, not in the triple digits. So
Nice.
we'll take that well above normal temperatures into the middle 90s. Now here at home across the Wasatch Front, we've been dealing with our own warm temperatures as well. We were into the 80s for highs once again. Now cooling things back down into the 70s we go. We're at 78 in Ogden. Good evening to you. Happy Monday. 74 here in Salt Lake City, 70 in Provo. So at least our evenings are cooling off quite a bit. By the way, we have had our first sunset this evening before 7 p.m. It's that time of the year where the days continue to get shorter and shorter. 77 in Delta, 77 in Milford. We're at 67 in Panguitch, 81 in Hanksville, 92 in St. George. And speaking of St. George, we are now on a pretty long dry streak without any measurable rain. 46 days, even nearly 3 weeks here in Salt Lake City. We'll add to that today as we've got no rain out there. You can see a few spot showers across portions of the mountains into the Uintas, mainly in the form of just some drizzle. It's kind of all fading out right now, drying things out, but still some scattered rain from Beaver along I-15 and then heading further down towards the south and east across our national park. So we're watching out for this for the evening, generally drying things out, but increasing clouds through the overnight. Tomorrow morning, a spot sprinkle will be possible. Better chance of rain into the afternoon and evening. It's a low 20% shot tomorrow, so don't get your hopes up here across the Wasatch Front. There could be a stray shower here that does make its way into the valleys, but this will be once again mainly an event for the mountains. Some very, very light rain and then back out towards the west as well. And then that's it. That's our only chance for rain as we get into Wednesday. Clear skies, drying conditions, and warm temperatures as well. We're into the 50s and 40s as we head into the overnight. 46 in Park City, chilly in Heber at 40 degrees. Highs tomorrow, though, back up into the 80s and 70s we go, well above normal. And this above normal weather pattern continues on through potentially a third week of October here with below normal precipitation expected. So can't seem to shake this. St. George, you're dealing with temperatures here into the 90s each and every day. Slightly better, though, as we get into next week into the 80s. Then along the Wasatch Front, we go from the low and middle 80s to the 80s and 70s. So some slight relief by next week, but still well above normal. Temperatures here heading back up into the upper 70s by early next week, and really no sustained period of cooler temperatures. We just keep this going, which means golf weather.
Golf weather, not good for the fire situation, of course,
No.
with the temperatures kind of where they are, and then those afternoon winds starting to pick up, which
Right,
we've seen
yeah.
almost every day. So not favorable in that sense, but it is favorable to go out and do all the things you like to do this time of year.
That's right.
Hit the pumpkin patch, do all
There you
those
go.
things. So there's plenty to do. We'll keep Sean with us. Coming up on Arc Salt Lake, NASA sending a spacecraft to check on the asteroid it rammed to knock off course. How long it will take to find out if that collision was a successful collision. Never heard of that before. We'll talk about it.
Welcome back, everyone. A spacecraft is now on its way to inspect the asteroid NASA rammed 2 years ago in a planetary defense test.
Needed some jogging in the memory on this one. The DART spacecraft smashed into Dimorphos, altering its orbit. Scientists want to see the impact up close to truly gauge how effective it was. Now, the goal is to develop a plan to safeguard Earth should a bigger, more dangerous asteroid head our way. The spacecraft launched today from the European Space Agency, which will take 2 years to get there, then start gathering scientific and technical data from the crash scene. Thinking about that, if that big thing were to head our way, kind of freaks me out.
Yeah, I hope I'm not here.
Yeah, my goal is I'm long gone before that. Thanks for joining us. We're live tomorrow night from the Delta Center for the big one. Have a good one.